And we're live. You like how I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like we're professionals or something.
No, the bar is set here. As long as we make it here, we're good. Don't go here. You're just going to get a big disappointment from us. Guaranteed.
Don't even. Just don't.
Don't do it.
As Shannon said, may the 4th be with you guys. Yeah. I saw
and
you.
Also with you.
And with you. As today we talk about VOIVOD, I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand with the sci-fi of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of works out. It's getting scary how we're getting these bands and it's lining up with stuff. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But I don't question it. I forgot it was May 4th anyways. I can't. All right, let's pull
I did too for a little bit.
Let's pull the curtain through. Let's open the curtain. I really don't like Star Trek, and I don't like Star Wars.
I was about to say, Star Trek has nothing to do with May 4th.
It's all sci-fi. I don't like it.
He's just saying it's not his thing.
It's not my thing. I don't mind like episode 4, 5, and 6.
I feel like on May 4th, mentioning Star Trek is like
sacrilegious.
Yeah, like I think you might be burned at the stake for that.
Just put it in the comments.
I mean, it gets pretty intense between those two.
Holiday.
Yeah, that's why I could care less about both. I win.
Not if you're burned at the stake.
Gotta catch me first.
Well, I mean, let's face it, most of those people probably can't catch him.
They probably can't drive. They probably don't have a driver's license.
Well, and a lot of them are in their full, movie wardrobe accurate costumes.
I like where you're going
87
with this,
pounds,
I like this. That's a good thought. I didn't even think about that. They can't even see me with their helmet. They have to go like this the whole time. And they always
but now you've angered people with blasters also.
Well, if they're anything like the stormtroopers that don't have the
thank you.
He should be fine.
Me.
Yeah, he should be fine if they're.
What a way to start the show.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you are underestimating these people to your detriment. That's what I do.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd too. It's just sometimes I go down different alleys of nerdisms, and I just never really got into the Star Wars to a certain degree. Like I don't mind. I guess you call it 4, 5, and 6, whatever. I call it 1, 2, and 3 because that's how they came out. 1, 2, 3.
The originals, yeah.
The original trilogy.
I appreciate the originals because they were very artsy for its time and very out there, like aliens, sci-fi stuff like that, So when they brought out pre-sequels or whatever, now you're just money. It's prints money for them now. So, which I don't care.
Yeah, and they're not even really that good either. So
he said it. That guy.
I don't think anyone will argue with you that the episodes 1, 2, and 3 are
okay.
Right. Phantom Menace is basically no content. You watch it for Darth Maul because he just looks really cool, and he has a double blade lightsaber. So, come on, guys.
Basically, you watch that for that last fight scene.
And Liam Neeson because
he's dope.
Yeah, and Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Okay. Same Clone Wars episode 2. You don't need it. Nothing happens. It's worthless. Episode 3. You just fast forward to all the lightsaber battles.
Sure.
That's it. You don't need anything else from that one.
All right, John. Favorite Star Wars.
Oh, probably I would say Empire.
Ooh, Shannon.
Empire Strikes Back, or because we're talking movies, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I like Return of the Jedi. I don't know why. I just like the closure of it and how Luke became, just it's kind of like a full circle type of thing. But Empire is close second. It's a toss up sometimes, but I like Jedi.
It's Princess Leia in the gold bikini. Don't even.
That's for the after hours of this. All right, back to task. So my brother, he said the soft opening of his store is going to be June 1st. So he's gonna, just an opening for like friends and family and whatever. And he's trying to get soon. Yeah, he's been. He's like, dude, it's like I've been doing more there than have been my own work. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, that feels like it's a Sunday.
Yes, it is. It is.
It also feels like it would be a show day.
It might be. I don't know. That is a good point. I am off that day. So I did take off. I don't know why I did, but I took off. So, but yeah, he's getting his store ready. He's got the soft opening. He wants to do it June 1st, but he might wait until Father's Day. I don't know. So,
well, Father's Day, I feel like would.
I'd say July 4th, kind of like the weekend, because July 4th is Saturday, but he's like, I want to get early so it can start spreading. I'm like, oh, that makes total sense. I was like, June 1st. I was like, man, that's soon. I was like,
yeah,
super soon.
Well, I mean, I guess for a soft opening though.
Yeah, something like that. So he painted all the walls and all that good stuff. Got some stocking, stuff like that. So
got the shelves up. I saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You saw. Yeah. So, all right. Enough publicity. Let's get into. Hey man, check this out.
I think you change the name of this segment every time.
I do. That's the hint. See, everybody needs to catch on to that. The Wrath of the Easter Bunny demo by Mr. Bungle, which, if you don't know, Mr. Bungle from years ago had that, before Mike Patton got into Faith No More, they had Mr. Bungle. And then he left that to go to Faith No More. But I think he recorded some stuff during that time too. So I listened to the first Mr. Bungle. I didn't care for it. But when I heard this is a 9.5 out of 10. Like, this was almost a 10 for me. Very, very close. It came out about 5 years ago, October. It has all my favorite guys from Mike Patton to Scott Ian to Dave Lombardo. You can't go wrong with that trio. And they did an SOD cover. Come on. I don't know if you know who SOD is, Shannon.
Oh, so like
what? Stormtroopers of Death.
Oh.
It's a side band of Scott Ian,
Charlie Benante,
Daniel Walker. Yeah. So one of the songs in it was number 4, Habla Español Muerte. It used to be Speak Spanish, but in Stormtroopers of Death, it was Speak English or Die. So they changed it up a little bit and everything. I heard it. When I first heard it, I just started laughing. I
did too. It made me chuckle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys. I know what he's saying.
Shannon, I think I know what John thinks of the album. I want to know what you thought of the album. What did we think about The Wrath of the Easter Bunny demo?
I thought it was really long.
I read some reviews. They said if it was 10 minutes shorter, a lot of people said 5 to 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah.
It would be an A+. To a certain extent,
I'm not sure that I would go that far. I liked the instrumental part of it.
It is
the
good.
The vocals part of it was hit and miss for me. Like sometimes I was like, yeah, I'm here for this, and then other times I was like, what's happening? So for me, I would give it like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. But I really liked just the fact that I was kept on my toes, like everything was kind of different and it kept my attention. And so I'm going to give it the arbitrary 6 out of 10.
Mike Patton has that way about his vocals. You either love it or hate it. It's one of those cut and dry. And he's always had that part of him, even with Faith No More. And the guy has so many side bands. It's unreal. So many side bands. I don't even have a year to cover it.
He's like the Mike Portnoy of vocalists inside.
Oh my God, yes he is. And Buckethead. There you go.
I guess just with like some of the songs it seemed to work better than others for me. I don't know.
There's only one song I really don't care for is Mathematics. I didn't care about that one. That's why I couldn't give it a 10 because that song I can listen to it, but I just don't care. But you got
it. And it's kind of long too. So.
It is. Yeah, 8 minutes. I think Sudden Death is their like banger. The last one, I love that one. And
that was a good way to end it.
Yes, sure. Very much.
And even the first two was a good way to kind of like open it up, like with those two together like that.
Yeah. The Grizzly Adams things was kind of a little too long.
It was a little weird, but
it's Mr. Bungle.
But that's right, yeah. So if you,
I quite enjoyed it. It was all instrumental.
Yeah. I think Raping Your Mind is a really good one too. That's a banger. And like Spreading the Legs of Death. I mean, Spreading the Thighs of Death. That's pretty good. The name alone is pretty good by itself. What did you think, John? What did you think about it?
I did. I thought it was like I say, the Grizzly Adams thing. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? And then it kicked in, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the thing.
See, it's funny because you're like, Grizzly Adams, you're like, what are we doing? Whereas I'm like, Grizzly Adams, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I'm here for it, I think.
So they did do a live version during the pandemic. A year later in October, they did a whole live broadcast on YouTube of the whole album live, like from somewhere, and it was really good too if you want to catch something else. And they did some other songs, but what did you give it, John? What was your rating?
Oh, my rating, yes. I probably should have given it a rating.
Yes. I feel like it's an 8. It's about an 8 for you. Yeah,
it was a solid 8.
It tickles the thrash metal side of me, like right in the funny bone. It's like when you break glass and you start laughing. This is it. This is what it did for me. I was like, man, it's been, so I have a couple songs like on my mix for like workouts, but I haven't listened to the whole album in a long time. And I was like, man, I've been missing out. Like, I was like, man, there's some good ones I haven't heard in a while. Especially the Lost Words is pretty good. That's a cover song, but like Glutton for Punishment, I was like, man, that's a really good one too. So, all right. Well, that was Mr. Bungle.
Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny.
Of course I had to do it. There was another one I'm picking that will be next time. I was like, I got to do this one. It's for the Easter Bunny.
We did it for the Easter Bunny.
For the Easter Bunny.
So, So now this is Shannon's pick for the next one. Do we have one?
No.
You don't have one?
No, this is really awkward. I don't. Give me, hold on. Let's do.
We'll give John. Can you do one?
Sure.
I was going to say, I can make one up. Unless, do you have one, JM? Because
I have like 11, so
somebody's prepared.
Okay, we'll swippity swap.
Yeah, okay.
You take his, and then I will next time.
What band are we going with there, Johnny?
So, I have changed my mind about 17 times.
Okay.
But because just for fun, because tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, I like this one. Okay. What are we going?
There is a lovely band, and I don't know, I may have mentioned this to my lovely sister to my right as I'm seeing it, but she could be to my left. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there is a group called, are you sitting down? You got to sit down for this one. Ocho Calacas.
Dude, you come up with the best things. I've never heard of this band. Okay, Ocho.
The number 8. It's
Oh,
the number 8.
It's just a number 8.
Yep.
Okay, but why do you say Ocho?
That's the way they do it. Their name is Ocho Calacas, but it's the number 8 and then Kalacas. ACAS. Unless I'm missing that. Let me check here just to be sure. Because
it's not OCH Ocho.
Could be, but as far as I have it in the old
there it is.
There you go.
No, that's AKALACAS.
There it is. Okay. What are we, John? What are we listening to?
The best that I can call it is chaos, just chaos music.
What album are we listening to?
Ocho Calacas.
Just the
self-titled.
Self-titled. Ocho Calacas. I can say that. Ocho Calacas. All right, Johnny boy. Well, this is a new band, and this is what this is for. This is perfect, John. Well done. There they are. Orange County. Formed in Orange County. Okay.
Orange County, Florida, or
California.
California. Okay.
Yep.
There are a lot of orange counties.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Latin roots.
There's one in Virginia.
Yeah, that's true. Right down the road from me. It's right down the road. Cool.
It's right in the middle of us. Yeah.
That's right. Cool, John. All right. Ocho Calacas is the next band in 2 weeks. Shannon will get the next pick.
And I will be prepared.
Yes, you will. All right. Let's get into VOIVOD, a 40-year-old band from Canada, quote unquote. They do, you know how you have the big 4?
Sure. They
have the big 4 in Canada too. One of them's Annihilator, and VOIVOD's on top of that too. And Exciter, that Metallica toured with when they first got together. And there's another band I can't think of, but whatever, doesn't matter. But Mighty VOIVOD, as you can tell, yes, with the shirt. I got this a long time ago. A lot of incarnations, a lot of different bands. Really look up the VOIVOD because to me, they are pure sci-fi for everything. And everybody loves that about it. And also too, the artwork, the drummer did all the artwork.
For the
covers. Yep. Yeah, away.
He's the only one that's been in the band consistently.
That's right. He is consistent. Yeah, so who wants to go first? I think Shannon should because she forgot her pick.
Okay.
You know what, Shannon? That's a good idea. Let's go first. Let's go first.
I am shamefaced.
Womp womp.
In my defense, I had a very sick child. So.
Oh well, you do. Okay, you beat me.
Well, that's all right. I'll allow it.
That's all right. I'll allow it.
He was so needy.
Which one? Number 1 fan or number 1 terror?
Werewolf. Yeah, the werewolf.
Yes, the young werewolf, indeed.
Dimension Hatteras, which is their fourth one. Yeah.
All right. I would just like to put out there
yes,
that my ratings are not at all based on anything except for my little feelies.
Feeling time.
Just my feelings.
Okay. Yes.
Feel free to drop things in the comments, but this is just my feelings. This is feels.
Yeah. Feels.
And I thought this album was just noise. It was just noise.
I'm going to see a pattern here, I think, from you on this.
It was this noise. It wasn't like the noise, did like ebbing and flowing, and there was dynamism. It wasn't dynamic.
Dynamic.
It was to me, it felt static, and like it's just noise.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2 out of 10.
Wow.
Puts it in dumpster fire for myself and my feelings.
Oh, I have not started a show with a dumpster fire.
If you want to, I mean, you can throw it in if you want. But it's a 2 out of 10. So on my rating scale,
this is
for me. It's noise. I don't listen to it. I don't want to go back to it.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Calm down. It's okay.
I don't want people to be mad at me.
You know, the Rolling Stone magazine named this number 78 out of 100 metal albums of all time. Sad.
I mean, to be fair, I think Rolling Stone probably pays more attention to just their feelings. I'm sure they look at technical and
VOIVOD got in Rolling Stone. It's pretty epic for me, to be honest. Even getting mentioned in Rolling Stone for anything. But I think you gave it a 2 because of the Batman theme. It was the Batman theme. You liked it. That's the only reason you gave it a 2. Yep.
Probably.
Yeah. John, do we at least give it a 6?
I gave it a 6.5.
You.
Yeah, it was probably at some time when I was driving, trying not to murder somebody. So
sure.
Well, sometimes I can't really sit with it and get into it, but I was like, okay, the Batman, that's just the best way to end the album.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that. And it was kind of like, I don't know if they were kind of trying to experiment a little bit on this album, but
that's right at your alley.
Well, I mean, that's all they do.
That's all they do.
But from the previous 3, I could hear more Motley Crue type.
So this album is probably a 7.5 for me. This is, when you look at it from their beginning to this is a more palatable album. It's more, you can digest it a little bit better than War and Pain. You know what I mean? And you could see as the progression of albums, when it got to this, to the next one, it's even more palatable, where it wasn't so thrashy. It was more of a backbeat hard rock, but they had the weird timey parts that make you feel uneasy, like the Meshuggah type of feel to it before Meshuggah, So to me, the first song is experimental, very experimental. This is them trying to expand themselves in a certain way, as I would take it as, that way. So, but we're starting out strong on this one. Woo! Dumpster fire.
Wow.
Maybe we shouldn't have started with you.
Maybe not. Yeah.
But this is the reason. This is the point of it. It's an outside point of view looking at it. This band's been around for 40 years. Some people get it, some people don't, and I don't blame them for not. It can be very hard to listen to. It definitely can. I honestly understand. Oh man, which one are you getting?
I assume it's me, but
Yes,
I don't.
You get Killing Technology.
Killing Technology. Wow,
Yeah.
we went right back. We went right back. One album.
That's right.
Yeah, so like the note that I have for this one is that it sounds the same as the other two, but just production is better. There's nothing that stood out to me that was different, anything different. It was like, we're in our lane, we're staying right here, and here it is.
I feel, I understand what you're saying, and actually, this is like one of my favorite albums from them. I love this album. It has a couple good bangers on it, especially like This Is Not an Exercise. I like that one, and Killing Technology.
Yeah, Ravenous Medicine is actually a pretty good song.
That's their hit. That's their hit. They did a video for it a long time ago. It's a pretty funny video. It's a cheesy '80s movie like video. It's really
you gotta love that.
Yeah, it's a good '80s cheesy Canadian. So,
I'm here for that.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't know. This album to me is like, oh, sorry, John, you did not finish what you were saying. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, that's again the whole. I mean, again, they're still staying in with the sci-fi theme, and like Too Scared to Scream.
Yeah.
Face, like that's.
So what did you?
That's fun that they put those together. I give it a 6.
Give it a 6.
Yeah.
I might be jaded. I gave this one an 8 for myself. This is one of those albums I wish they would remaster so I can really hear it like a lot better.
Wait a minute. You don't want it to sound like they're playing in their garage in a tin can?
No. No, I don't.
It doesn't sound like you at all.
I know. I turned a new leaf. I'm just saying. I do appreciate the album. Hey, I gave it an 8. Like even with the singing in the bathroom and the trash can, I think the playing ability on this album is a little bit toned back, and the guitar parts a little bit more out there, especially how he plays. Like it's a dissonant sound, makes you feel uneasy, like how a lot of their albums are with the guitar parts and its harmonies. You're like, is this supposed to be? It's like, okay, yeah, I can get into it, and it's like it makes sense. I give it an 8. I think it's one of their best ones. It definitely put them on the map because they sold 60,000 copies of this album like within the year, so that's a pretty big deal, with that. But Shannon?
Yeah, my note is that this is the same noise part 3.
So you give it a 3? John, where are we putting this?
I mean, it's definitely good for the lawnmower for me.
Okay. Tough crowd.
I know it.
VOIVOD is.
But see, we don't always have to agree on
that is true.
Things are.
That is true. In these ratings, I totally understand. I really do. It's one of those, you either get it or you don't. And being with that, it's hard sometimes with the playing of it and everything. And I mean, let's talk about the second one, Roar. I mean, I gave this one a 6. It's meh to me. I can see what they were doing. It is a lot of noise, but it's fine tuning the noise a little bit more. It's we could play thrash metal, but we could hold it down a little bit better now too. And the playing ability was a lot better too on this album.
Yeah, it had more of a punk sound to me.
Yes. Yeah. I always feel like they're kind of like Motorhead. Like they're a Motorhead sound somewhat. The bass is really thick too on a lot of these albums.
Yeah, a lot of them they are.
Yeah.
There's a couple where it's not, and it's like, well, that's weird. But
yeah. I give it a 6. I'll go meh with that. I'll be frank about it. And
okay, well, I'm still going to be John. So
you be John.
I'll still be Shannon.
John, what do you give it?
What is this one? The Roar? I give it a 6.
Give it a 6. Okay, you give it a 6 also. I feel like when Killing Technology hit and like afterwards, I feel like it got better. Like everything kind of got better with production and the sound and the structure. I guess that's why I like Killing, because going from this to Killing is like night and day to me. I think that's why I enjoy it a lot better. It's palatable to me. It's Killing Technology.
Yeah.
Shannon?
No, I can see that.
What do you think about it too? Ooh.
It's the same noise. The same noise. It's noise. It's just noise.
I feel like a lot of these early albums, the live version of it is where they really get people. And I feel like a lot of these bands like these, when you hear it on CD, you're like, what the hell? But when you see it live and the energy, I think it's a different perspective too. And a lot of these albums don't capture like their better lives in their albums to me. Exodus is a prime example of that to me. It's Exodus. Because I've seen them live.
Metallica was that way too.
Sure. Megadeth. You know what? Megadeth to me was kind of the same with their albums. Like,
yeah.
Where did you go, Shannon?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Keep going. Keep talking. I'm here.
You here?
Yeah, I think, and unfortunately for our good friend Dave Mustaine, his vocals have gotten progressively worse over the years.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just the way that he sings or what it is. But
when you start as a speed metal band, it's hard to progress from there, and you're singing like this, and doing that. It's kind of hard.
Oh, just singing like this all the time. Yeah.
Oh, God, his wife must be tired of him already.
Write in the comments, everybody. Write down.
That's the next band is Megadeth.
Oh, good. Another 16 albums to listen to.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. You're right about that one. Oh, you, Shannon, get Megatron. Which is the first album with a new vocalist. If you...
Also the bass player.
Yes, he is. Mr. Eric Forrest, as they call E-Force. Did you ever see their nicknames they got for each other?
Yeah.
Snake, Blackie, Away. Jasonic for Jason Newsted. Well, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that one, yeah.
But
Piggy D'Amour.
Yeah, Piggy D'Amour, that's right. What do we think about this, Shannon?
I have no notes, but I gave it a meh rating. So better.
Okay.
Better. I liked it better.
I will tell you this. This album blew my mind. No shit. Dude. It blew my mind so much. I text Runyon and Mickey, and I said, you guys got to listen to this. Because I've listened to VOIVOD, but I've never listened to the middle part of their lineup, like this part and like Outer Limits. Like I got up to Hatteras, but I picked up from VOIVOD, the self-titled one. I never caught the middle. This is my first time. This is my favorite album from him, to be honest. It's really good to me. John, what did you think?
I loved it. It was my favorite by a lot.
Yeah. It
and
just had something to it. It was
the
wild.
cool thing, and they recorded it as a trio. So, because that was because Snake just left, so they're like, well, we're screwed.
Well, Snake and Blackie left,
and they did, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
So Blackie left after the Angel Rat tour or whatever. We can get into that later.
Yeah, we get into that. Yeah. But Mr. Eric Forrest came in, and they recorded this.
Yep. It was like a darker, just like definitely like the thrash came out like to the forefront, and I was just like, dude, this is.
It was really good.
Might be worth a re-listen for myself then.
Yeah. What did you give it, John? Like a 7, 8?
I give it 8.5.
Yeah, I'm about 8.9. Like between Killing Technology and this, I had to listen to it twice. So I was like, this is great. I'm going to listen to it again. I was like, man. So good job, E-Force. Go E-Force.
Yeah.
These names.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny boy. You'll get Outer Limits. My guess is, you're going to get Angel Rat. No, you lucky bastard. You get the self-titled. You know what's funny? Out of at my Apple Music, this is the only album that would not come up.
You know why?
Is it the producing? Okay.
It's because it's produced from Chop House, and like nothing that Jason Newsted, like, so his album Newsted is only on like Spotify or whatever as an EP, but it's like
I
don't know if I can reach. Hold on.
He has it. Yeah, this is the start of Jason Newsted.
There we go. Get my headgear back in. There we go. But yeah, there we go. And it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 11 songs on this album.
Yeah.
And like Spotify has it as a 5-song EP. So, whatever.
Well, I was telling Shannon, this is the first of Jason Newsted, which they would call him Jasonic.
Yep.
Which is pretty funny to me.
And this, like, honestly, this album, Heavy Metal Music, is a really good album.
Don't cheat. Put it back. We'll get to it next time.
Saying?
Maybe you pick it as an album next time.
Maybe I do pick it as an album.
This is the first album with Snake back too.
He's back. Yeah. They, like, after the last album, they were like, we're done. Well, everything's over. And then they're like, nah, just kidding. We're going to get Jason Newsted was like, hey guys, don't quit. And they're like, well, okay. And let's make an album.
Well, Eric E-Force got in a bad accident and his rehabilitation was so long. They were like, we can't wait for you. We got to start with something. And that's where Jason came about and got Snake, and they all got back together. And what do we think about the album?
It was pretty good. Let's see, what did I write down? It's like it's like a hardcore death metal punk hybrid.
Death metal? Really?
Maybe that's the next album. I don't know. My notes got mixed up sometimes. So.
All right.
But you could tell that his Jason Newsted brought a different sound or influence to the band. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, I had to find the damn channel, YouTube channel or whatever that I decided to listen to this album on.
That's what I had to do too. I had to listen to it.
It really pissed me off because there was an ad after every single song.
It
I was like, this is fucking stupid.
So I have the CD, but the problem is I don't have a CD player, so I couldn't listen to my CD. I was like, man. So VOIVOD, self-titled, is the first album I ever bought a VOIVOD. That was the very first one because I heard Jason Godweb was like, who's VOIVOD? I was like,
right.
That's a killer name to begin with. And I heard of VOIVOD. I was like, you know what? Let's go down the rabbit hole. I thought the album was great as a new starting position for them to be like, all right, this is VOIVOD now.
Yep.
Compared to the last one, this is the new what we're doing from here on out, which was the blueprint basically to start
the rest of what they're doing.
Yeah. I gave it like a 7. I thought it was pretty good. It had some killer doubles in it. It had a very mixture of hard rock to like a little bit of metal and hard rock. They always went back and forth with it to not stay in the lane, and I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that again, that's like a Jason Newsted thing.
I think so too. Yeah. Shannon, what do we think about it? Yeah.
4 out of 10.
4
out of 10.
Well, that's better than
it's 2. It's a meh.
It's twice as good as the other one.
Yeah. Was that?
That was my pick.
Okay. What was it to you?
To me, it's
a lawnmower.
It's on the line of like lawnmower. Kitchen.
Oh, really?
I would put it in high lawnmower.
Yeah. High lawnmower. Okay. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So it'll be me. Let's see.
It's gonna be me.
Let's see. You know who is a really big VOIVOD fan? Dave Grohl. Huge VOIVOD fan. He is always in interviews talking about VOIVOD. I'm like, that's good publicity to begin with. He loves it. You got to remember, Dave used to be a punk rock, and he would go to a lot of shows in DC. VOIVOD. He, if I quote correctly, he always loves the singing of Snake because it has that language dissonant sound to it that's like broken English singing. It's kind of like the Motorhead feel of it. And Ozzy has the broken, you know what I mean? It has a different way of singing type of thing.
Did I read his book?
I did.
Is he the storyteller? Was that his?
That's his.
Oh, I read that book. Yeah. That's some good stuff.
That's some good stuff.
There's some good stuff in there, yeah.
All right. I got Phobius. Man, I am on Shannon's team of just noise.
Yeah, this one was weird to me.
I am. This is dumpster. This was like a 4. 21st Century Schizo, man. The cover of it was pretty
Pink
good.
Floyd. Yeah, that one was. Or not. No, that wasn't the Pink Floyd one.
King Crimson.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah. Shannon, I'm guessing you're thinking 2 out of 10, probably. Yeah, that's this.
And I do have notes on this one.
Okay.
I have real notes.
Okay.
Which are.
Okay.
And we're back to just noise.
Yes, we are.
But the like white noise creature zombie vocals that happened, I think could have worked really well if they were used more sparingly. I felt like there was way too much of that. Like,
I don't understand. To me, I don't understand how you can go from Negatron
right to that.
Yeah,
that blows my mind. Like,
I agree.
This is the evil trick, and this is bad.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Like, they had me with Negatron. Man, they had me. And I was like, man, Phobias. I was like, even if it's half a Negatron, I was like, dude, this is going to be great. Also, I'm like, this is a sci-fi like soundtrack to like space. That's what it sounded like to me. It was
like a soundtrack to those like B movies in like the 50s.
Yes. You know, if you relate to the hard elements of it, like the action scenes, it kind of goes like, but no, man, no, I don't want that.
What are we doing here?
What did you give it, John? Yeah, 4 out of 10. See, this is the worst one from them. No.
It's a back to you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Just put it down there.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
My carrier. This is their second worst album, Phobias. There's one that beats it. And
interesting.
Yes. To me,
I am intrigued.
Yes. Ooh, Kratos. Is it Kratos? Crotus?
Kators?
It's Kators, yeah.
Kators? Okay.
Because I was like, hold on, did I miss an album? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's like French. It's the phonetic spelling of the French word for 14. So
is this album number 14?
Yes.
It's album number 14 in Canadian. So
those damn Canadians.
It's like 11 or something in American. The conversion's a little off.
Is this one me?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
I've lost my
It's their 11th album, John. God. It's a French word for 14. Yes.
Oh, but it's not album 14, so now it's confusing.
Yeah. Well,
because they had some Canadian releases that did not.
Oh, sure.
Oh, is that why you say it's Canadian 14? 14 in Canadian?
Yeah.
It's the overall, because like that Chronic doesn't count, but over here, but it counts over there. So, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So this isn't an issue of them not being able to count, is basically what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the last album with Piggy on it. This is where he died during mid-making of the album.
Colon cancer.
Cancer got him. So he got his Mac and gave it to Jason Newsted. Said, "Here, this is what I got. Use it for the future." And like, because Piggy wrote almost everything, like everything for it. So
he's like, "This is what I want you guys to do with this stuff."
Yeah.
Ooh,
so does that change? Yeah. It's very heavy.
Does that change your thoughts on it, Shane?
No, my thoughts are this is average. It's fine. This is pretty listenable for me. So I gave it a 5 out of 10, which is Lawnmower.
Yeah, I gave it like
Lawnmower
6.5, 7, depending on my mood. It is definitely a Lawnmower for me. I think their self-title is a lot better than this one, but it does have a little bit more thrashier elements in it. But it's very dark. It sounds like a really broody, because of the contents of probably what's happening around. That's how I took it. But it's listenable. I think that, this is where the self-titled on it does the accept, where they got you know,
they got their sound.
They got their sound. They're holding on to it.
Hold on to it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, John? What did you give it?
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
7. Okay.
And I think it was probably, I gave it extra for the fact that it was his last physical album, even though the one after it, his tracks are still on there. But
I think they still use some of his stuff like riffs in the songs, and I can see when we get to them, because I feel like they use clips of it, because any guitarist, man, they got tons of that stuff, you know.
Yeah, we'll get into that one when we get to that one. Outer Limits. Whose turn is it anyway?
It's yours.
It's yours.
Oh, is it mine?
Yes, it is.
Oh, look at that.
Outer Limits.
Oh man, so this one, this is one of the times where they're with, a different record company.
Yep.
I think they were on Geffen Records at this time,
MCA.
at least in the States.
MCA Mechanic.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Well, then my research is just...
That's what it says. So, yeah, MCA Mechanic. Yep.
Well, fuck those guys then. They're wrong. Anyways, it seemed like half of it was thrash and the other half was not that.
Okay.
And then you get into like the 17-minute Jack Luminous prog masterpiece thing.
I thought that was cool. I liked it.
I really did.
Yeah.
I liked it. And this was also when the album that Snake left after. So, and I don't know if that was because of like record label stuff or if...
I never found out why he left.
Because that was what, like in 94?
93, 94. Yeah, like after the tour, whatever. Because this came out in 93. So.
Yeah.
What do you think about Shannon?
I said better. 4 out of 10.
What did you give it, John?
I gave it a 7.
You gave it a 7? So that's a lawnmower to you too, huh?
Yeah.
I gave it a 7 also. Now, what part of lawnmower are we talking about?
All right, what we got? Kratos and Voivod and Killing Technology.
Yes.
I mean, I'd say it's probably in a good spot right there.
Okay. I have to say this album was a lot better when I first heard it because, spoilers, the one before it wasn't that good. So I'll leave it at that. And it was nice to hear them go back into their progressive side with the metal, because that's a bread and butter at the time. You know what I mean? But it's a far cry from Killing Technology and Roar, and you know what I mean? You can kind of hear this album for what they're doing now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a blueprint in its own way. Ooh, I got the latest Synchro Anarchy.
Really?
Wait, that's not their latest.
That's like a greatest hits one.
No, that's Morgoth Tales is the greatest hits.
Yeah,
So
that counts as a studio release if you look at the Wikipedia.
Are we counting it as a studio release?
I listened to it as a studio release.
Because I got it down here anyways. Their last studio album with new material is this one. So when you go from The Wake to this one, I feel like The Wake was kind of more of an open sound. Like it had a lot of progressive to this. This is they hold back a little bit, but the guitar work is a lot better to me. Especially the bass playing is a lot better too.
I think for the guitar, because
Chewy.
Yeah, because I think he finally got out of his own way and like instead of saying what would Piggy play here, I'm just gonna play.
Dude, I'll tell you what. If you ever see the stage name is Chewie, like Chewbacca. There you go. There's your Star Wars. Good job. Him playing live. I watched VOIVOD play live twice. Once on video here and once live because I think they were on the Ozfest. I think
2003.
Yes, and I've seen him play live, and Chewie does a great job. I think he plays just like Piggy or better. And his guitars are really cool. If you ever check out his guitars, they're specially made, handcrafted guitars. Really cool designs. If you ever get a chance, I gave this like a 7. It's definitely a lawnmower to me. What do you think about it, Shannon?
Meh.
4.
Yep. Meh.
Yeah, meh.
Meh.
You too, John? Is it meh to you?
I mean, again, with this sci-fi theme, I was like, planet eaters? That's got to be aliens, right?
Yeah.
Like, and just the way that he was like singing, especially
very
that song,
dissonant.
Yeah.
So, what do we think about Snake? Like his singing?
Because he goes back and forth, right? Like some songs, you're like, yeah, it's like okay, he's got something here, and then other songs, it's like he sounds like a completely different.
It's like, what is this?
What is this? And then like sometimes I'm like, is this like a social distortion song? Like what are we doing here? But
I like when he screams in like that like that French, like you can just hear the dialect in his screaming. That's so funny. I can hear it. Like, oh yeah, I know you're Canadian. That's right. You know,
and sometimes you forget.
Yeah, sometimes you forget. So, okay, Shannon, we are down to 7. God, so many albums.
It's like the Accept days where
I know it is. You're right.
That was what 14 or 15 albums on that one.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. We did a lot of like 14 plus album bands or like 12, 14.
Yeah.
Etc.
Nothing Face.
Nothing Face. Yeah.
Yeah. After Hatteras came Nothing Face in 1989. This is their most successful album. It peaked at 114 on the Billboard 200 when it came out. That's pretty impressive for a band like that, you know, from what they came from. Shannon?
Still just noise. It's still just noise. It's just noise.
Did you like the Pink Floyd cover?
I honestly didn't even realize there was a Pink Floyd cover in there.
Track 3.
I just noise. Noise. Noise is what I heard.
In 2005, Nothing Face is ranked 350 in the Hard Rock Magazine book of the 500 greatest rock and metal albums. And Loudwire, you know Loudwire online, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
They give it out of top 25 progressive metals of all time, number 23 to them. And I understand why. I give it its due. I don't think it's top 25, but it's very close to it. I gave this a 7 because their progression of their albums this is very palatable to a lot of people, especially with the Pink Floyd cover. That was around the clock on MTV. They ate that up, dude. They loved it. And it was a great cover. I thought it was one of the best covers. Being with that. I think that I'm impeached to killing technology, but when it gets up to that point, that's probably my second favorite one out of it. So
there you go.
Yeah, 3 out of 10. Low meh.
So low meh. What did you think about it, John?
I gave it a 7 also. Okay. I felt there was like less punk noise on this one.
Yeah.
And kind of more, not mainstream per se, but like you said, more palatable, like hard rock, metal stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And
they know how to dip their toes into things and get themselves out really quick. Like they'll give you a little bit of a thrash and they come back to the proggy ass and they'll do a hard rock and then right back to thrash. I'm like, it's really cool. They know what they're doing, but a lot of times, and this is not a knock on Voivod, it's just a little bit of dissonant. Because when I first started listening to Voivod, when Piggy would do those dissonant chords, I was like, I don't get it. And then it took me a while to be like, just quit trying to think like, okay, I listened to this technical band and then I listen to Voivod. Voivod is just its world its own. Like nobody compares to them. Like nobody comes close to them. Maybe Meshuggah to a certain extent because they play dissonant chords.
Yeah, I could tell there was a little bit of like in those, like probably the last 3, like the latest 3 albums.
Yeah.
There's like that Meshuggah kind of more prog kind of gent sound. I don't know.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. And see, Nothing Face to me is one of those. They figured it out to the original fans like it and newer fans like it. This is the combination of it. I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Shannon's like, at the end of the show, Shannon, I would like for you to tell me what's your favorite album?
Okay.
Ooh, John, you get Infinity.
Yeah.
Infant? No, Infant.
Infini. I don't know. Whatever.
Those damn Canadians.
Oh God, I can't even remember what the fuck I wrote down here. It's all chicken scratch. So yeah, this was the last album that has like demo guitars that Piggy had. I don't think they like touched them up. There was just like, these are what he had. This is what we're putting on the album.
Yeah.
It's also the last bass tracks with Jason Newsted.
Yes, it
on
is.
this album. And it was supposed to be their last album, like because.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because of Dennis Piggy passing away.
Yeah. This might as well just end it, right?
Yeah, that was supposed to be it. Like this was the last stuff that he had on tape, and they're like, "This is it.
This is it." Yeah.
That was what, 2009.
Yeah, they released it on Relapse, and they released it on Nuclear Blast in Europe too.
Yeah, I know. Then like there was a tour like that. Like Blackie came back to play bass on that tour.
Yeah. And that's
And
when
he came back into the band.
Yeah.
And then
his first intuition of it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, it was fine. I didn't really have much other than like the history stuff of the album.
So out of the three with Jason Newsted, this is my least favorite from him.
It just seemed like it was like phoned in.
That's exactly what I was. It's very meh to me.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Now, is this meh to you?
Yeah, it's very like a, if I can borrow a phrase from Lars, like very stock sounding.
Yeah. It was they did the best they could of what they had, and there was like, here, we'll just put it out.
Yeah.
Do something. You know what I mean?
I don't know if like that was when Jason Newsted got hurt and he left, or if it was just because his time in Voivod was done.
Yeah.
I don't really know because I don't talk to Jason Newsted or anything.
Yeah, I lost his phone number.
I mean, I would.
You might come over for dinner. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, no, I would. That is a dude I would like to hang out with.
Oh, he seems pretty chill.
Yeah.
Now, in meh, where is this going to be at?
All right, well, we got Nothing Face, which probably shouldn't be there. I think it's fine where it
is. Now, John, play nice. What are we eating tonight, Shannon?
Curry noodles.
Oh, yeah.
With tofu.
Oh boy.
So is there?
I don't eat meat, but my husband made it, so it's probably pretty good for you meat eaters because he's a meat eater. So I think it would stand up for you guys.
This has nothing to do with curry, but is he going to retry the bacon popcorn?
He is. Yeah, okay. I think he is. He just has to make more bacon grease.
Yeah.
All right. I got The Wake. No, Human Earth. Sorry, Target Earth. My bad.
Target Earth. Yeah.
I like this album. I thought it had a little, it had something to it. Like everything just felt. This is the new album with Chewy on it.
With most of the original lineup too.
Yes. So Blackie's back, Chewy's involved in it and part of it, and it just felt like it just had something more to it. It everything was like sped up and just sounded good, and all the guitar parts, and it just
I put it was like a prog thrash album.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to say this is Bitchin'. I thought it was a Bitchin' album. I thought it was pretty good.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8.
Okay. I gave it like an 8 too. Yeah. What did you think, Shannon?
I gave it a 4 out of 10. Just meh. But it was high meh.
High meh.
High meh.
High meh.
Heimlich. Hi. Holy.
Yeah, I don't have any notes on this one. So.
No,
it was listenable almost.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say at this point that this band is not for me.
But Shannon, are you saying VOIVOD not?
We're 12 albums in, and I haven't even I've given one lawnmower rating.
John, at the end of the show, me and you need to guess what Shannon's favorite album of this is.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes. And Shannon, You're
Close
up.
your eyes and pick one. What? No.
Yeah. Noise. Done.
Noise. Lots of noise. I have very few notes. I have some notes. I actually had notes on
quotations. Noise. Quotation.
More noise.
Noise. See previous.
Yeah. Sorry, Voivod. This is the way it is. Ooh, you get the next one after you get the wake.
The wake.
Yeah.
I thought that this one was also meh, but not quite as good as Target Earth meh. So it's a low meh.
Low meh. I think going from Target Earth to the wake is really good. I feel like it's the same energy, same everything. I do like Target Earth a little bit more, so I gave this one like a 7.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it an 8 just because it seemed like it was kind of a continuation of Target Earth. And I mean, you got blast beats on top of like the prog riffs. So it's
It is better than Nothing Face on our mesh scale here.
It seems like it is.
Hey, look, I'm here to play the game. All right.
Okay, so this is better than Nothing Face?
I think this is better than Nothing Face.
Okay. Now, is it better than Negatron and
no.
Roar?
Roar. Well, it's better than Roar, but it's not better than Negatron. So I guess we'll leave it there.
Okay, so it's better than Roar. Got it. All right. John?
Yeah.
You're up, buddy. Hey, buddy Row. Dun. I'm glad you guys listened to more Goth Tales.
I thought that was the assignment.
Well, being an EP of cover of like reissues, I didn't know if you guys would listen to it. But I was going to say, hey, you didn't have to, but I feel like it kind of helped because you get to listen to like an up-to-date version of it. You know what I mean? Of things.
I feel like those were better.
Well, don't give it away, John.
Oh, sorry.
You get Angel Rat. Surprise!
So,
can we just say this is the worst album?
It's a dumpster fire. I mean,
this is total dumpster.
I gave it a 4, but just because there was this was like 80s glam rock mixed with like Nirvana. Like, what are we doing here? I can see why he left the band.
Yeah.
After this album.
Yeah. Very interesting. Because the problem I have is that you went from Nothing Face, right?
Mm-hmm.
To this.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
Yeah, what are you doing?
This is not 5 years. It's not 10. Like, you're trying to reinvent yourself.
It's more melodic, I feel like.
Shannon?
Than the other ones were.
What did you give this?
I mean, I still gave it a 2 out of 10. It's a dumpster fire. But
you're saying somebody robbed the store. Like, well, he was hungry. So it's okay if you robbed the store.
I think they're trying something different.
Your name is Voivod. Your box is only so big. Like, you can't fit.
Well, also their box not so great. So maybe expand the box.
No, even just no.
No.
Okay.
Just no.
This is their worst album. This, to me, this beats Phobias. Bar none. Phobia sounds like a Grammy Award-winning fucking album compared to this dumpster. You know, I have been meaning to ask you guys, should we have a 6th category? Like
what?
Worse than dumpster fire?
What is worse than dumpster fire?
That's my question to you guys.
Is it like 50 feet of shit underneath of a
Is that the
dumpster
name
fire?
of it?
Like what is? I don't know.
Black hole? I don't know.
I mean, black holes are cool though.
This album in Dumpster Fire does it no justice to me. This is how bad this album is to me.
Is it like?
I think under Dumpster Fire. Then, since we're doing this on the fly, I think Shannon's right. Dumpster Fire, 50 feet of shit.
This deserves a new category. This is how much I hate this album.
This is serious, guys.
It is. I can't even see the writing. Wait, why is it different colors? I don't understand. No, how's it different colors?
Because you clicked different.
Because you clicked different colors, dude.
That's what you're doing right now. You're literally clicking different colors.
But that's the background.
Yes.
But it's not the text. See the text, you notice, does that.
Because you clicked the color.
I didn't click a color.
Well, make your color black and then type things. Also, you should not be getting tech support from me, but it's okay.
Also that. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Great. There we go.
I don't like it as blue.
You don't?
No, blue's such a happy color.
Do you want it as brown?
I feel like it should be brown.
Well,
the things we do on the fly here, huh?
There isn't brown. There is no brown.
That's probably
type in. Wait, can you type in the number in the bottom left there?
Right here?
Yeah, try typing in where your cursor is. Erase all that. Try typing in 964 Bravo 00.
Holy crap.
Look at that.
Welcome to a new category, guys. Good job. This is great. Good job. Round of applause.
I don't think we've had anything in that low before.
We had stuff in Dumpster Fire really.
We've had
stuff
often, in Dumpster
honestly.
Fire, but
we
I
have,
don't think
but
we've
not
had
frequently.
The reason we made this category is I'm disappointed in VOIVOD. You listen up, VOIVOD. What this was atrocious. I don't see how they thought this was a good idea. I really don't. This is how I'm so disappointed.
It's the worst.
It is. Ooh. All right, I'm up next. So either I get the very first one or the very last one.
Nice little bookends, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Funny how it worked out that way, huh?
I get the first one.
No, you get the last one.
Damn it, man.
So close.
So close.
Not that close.
No.
No. Morgoth Tales. I have to say this automatically goes to bitchin' for me. I think it's a great reissue of songs that are up to date. Thrashing, one of my favorite songs. Killing Technology and Thrash and Rage. It sounds really good. I mean, even the other ones, especially like rebel robot. That was a cool one when Jason Newsted came back and played in it. Rise with Eric Forrest, is a good catalog, even with Snake not being in the band. I definitely gave it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. It was nice to go back to. Shannon?
I thought this was very listenable.
Yeah.
It was.
Like
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Let's see the numbers here. We only can count with one hand.
This album had very potentially had 0 songs that I wanted to skip.
Okay.
So I've never skipped a song in my life on this show.
Wow.
Because my mother did not raise a quitter.
Well played.
But
well played.
Here we go.
I believe with this album, there wasn't one that I was like, oh, please, can I skip? I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna skip. Like I didn't have to have that fight with myself on this album, I think.
I didn't skip any either. I didn't come close to any, but there are a couple bands I was like, let me grit it out. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand. What did you give it, John? What did you give it?
Yeah, I was up there, 7.5. It was
7. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like I said, the 2023 production re-recording is made them, brought them up better than what they were.
And that's why when I heard this album, I was like, man, I just want some of the older ones to get like reissued, up to date, like quality to them. And Kel's Technology is dear to my heart. I wish they would do that. I think they are thinking about doing it. I don't know. I got to look into it. But Shannon, you get the very last one, which is the very first
War and Pain.
Noise.
Do you guys want to guess? Come on.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. It's noise. It's noise.
Can I make an assumption really quick? Morgoth Tales is your favorite album?
So if we're going based on my ratings, there is 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's what we're going off of, aren't we?
4. Hold on. There are 5. There are 5 of them that got a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Morgoth Tales was 1.
Okay.
There is 1 album that got a 5 out of 10. And it is Couture's. So if we're going based on ratings, I have to pick that one. But I genuinely can't tell you the difference between any of them. You could probably play it for me, be like, this is your favorite album, and be like, okay.
Fair enough.
I did put a note though.
Okay.
To revisit once I've given it a minute to revisit the Negatron.
Okay. I think you should.
I did put a note. So I will, depending on the next band, if it's another, 47 album thing, then maybe not. But I will try to do it before the next.
Sure.
To revisit at least that one.
So this album is meh to me. I have to say, when we look at old thrash bands, their first album is pretty out there. Like, it's very vicious and it's not polished. It's not like Kill 'Em All and, Fistful of Metal and, Black, just in that vein. I give it like a 5. I can see what they were trying to do, and they really put it in your face, which is cool. I always appreciate that.
Yeah. I first thing I wrote was 80s production.
Very much
80s production, and it's not a bad thing. It's just like as soon as the first second, as soon as you hear, it's like, oh man, are we in for something here? This is going to be good. And
it set the precedence of
it because it sounded like you put the microphone inside a coffee can across the room.
Yes, like that.
It's like it's in the furthest corner away from everything, and you're recording on a boombox.
You know, the first 3 to 4 albums, I wish I had them on tape. Like, it's one of those quality types when you get on tape, you're like, oh, this is brutal, because of the quality. But when you listen on CD, you're like, maybe not.
Can we take a short clip of that explanation from JM? Because I think that was amazing.
Very amazing. It makes total sense.
Well, and like my favorite thing is because, and you know how it is, like when you're trying to tune drums, right?
Sure.
And so it's kind of difficult because you're like, well, how is this going to sound on tape?
Oh, yeah.
And then so when you have like what I call the beach ball drums, where it just sounds like you're beating on beach balls, it's the best thing ever. Yeah,
it's octobans, but they're not octobans.
They're not octobans. They're just there's so much like muffling going on that it's just thuds, like just dead thuds.
Dead weight. And I'm guessing, Shannon, this is a dumpster fire to you.
I honestly think I had more. It was probably like 50-50 with like meh and dumpster fire.
Okay.
No, it's probably a dumpster fire. I was trying to think. Well, so I was trying to think like my categories. Yeah. So like, what is a dumpster fire to me? And for me and my feelings, that means it's not only a band that I don't want to revisit, but I'm also not excited to revisit.
Sure.
So like, if it were meh and I don't know, like there was a mix that had a dozen songs in it, at like a pool party or something like that. I don't know. And those songs came up.
VOIVOD would not be a pool party.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, but like I don't know, you have to like some kind of music mix.
My pool party.
I feel like I would pick those songs out and just be like, is this song over yet? And sure. I feel like I have to put in a dumpster fire for myself. Like it's not a band I'm excited about. I will listen. I will again. I'll give it a minute, and then I will retry this album, the fresh
perspective.
Fresh perspective, but
I feel like VOIVOD is that band that can get in your brain a certain way with the timing of the songs, the guitar parts, even the singing. It can root your brain, especially if you listen to it all day. If you John playing catch up as we all do, things can get muffled, things can like just kind of blend, and it's just one of those things. I'm not saying your answer is wrong because it is very low on my charts to begin with, but man, it's just one of those bands. I wish I could see them in 83, 84 for what they were and like the energy level.
Time machine.
Oh, tell me about it. This is one of those bands I would like to go back in time and watch, like the progression of it.
That's right, folks. We're not gonna murder any sort of horrible world leaders that need death. We're not gonna come and try to cure any diseases or illnesses. Gonna watch some live bands.
That's it. See Cliff Burton in his prime.
See? It all makes sense. All of it.
And I would like to point out that since no one from the future has come back to this time, we're not wrong in what we did.
There you go.
Well done. Clip that portion of the show as that explanation of time traveling.
As that short reel Shannon. Right there. Yeah.
I'm very wise, very wisdomous, if you will.
You can't go to that VOIVOD concert. No. Disrupts the space-time continuum.
Can't cross the streams. All right.
It would be bad.
Very bad. I will go first. of changing something in this.
Actually, I would like to go first.
Okay.
Shannon, please.
Because I don't care about any of this, so like it's fine the way it is. Carry on.
This is the best episode I think we've ever had with any band. I swear. This is the best.
I think this is the most fun we've had at least in a while.
Thanks, VOIVOD. Appreciate that.
See? Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
Bringing joy to the people. Bringing joy to the people.
John,
yes,
what
sir.
would you like to change on the list?
Okay, where is Negatron at?
Nah, right there.
No, that's going right to the top.
Shredding?
Yep.
Dude, I totally agree. Totally agree. That was a kick-ass. Shannon, please.
It's on my list. I will do it.
You should listen to it.
I will do it.
You're going to report
I will do
back?
I will do it before the next show if the next band doesn't have 12 plus albums. I make no promises if it's 12 plus albums. If it's less than that, I can do it.
I hear it. I hear you.
That's one album per day.
That's true. To sink it in.
So I can do that.
Look, I mentioned Hatteras. It does not belong in the dumpster fire. I'm sorry. I can at least put it in lawnmower. I think it's a lawnmower one with technology. I will say that. I almost moved technology up to bitchin', but I think where it's at is good enough too. I think it's good. All in all, what do we think about the band? Shannon, noise.
It's noise. It's all noise.
I got you.
I like the symmetry of our little tier though.
It's a big middle really finger. That's what it is.
Yes, I love that. I think it's fabulous.
And that's what I think the band is.
What is it a middle finger to?
I feel like this band is a big middle finger to rock and heavy metal, and they did what they wanted, and I appreciate that. I can at least say you have two different VOIVODs. You got the early days and the later days with Jason Newsted on, and I think the Jason Newsted on, or even Chewy on, is more palatable, and I definitely give it a 7. Their older stuff, it's a 6, but technology is the highest quality of the older stuff for me. Beats Dimension out for me, so it's good thrash. I think it's history of thrash in Prague. We're seeing it right here, from it.
Yep.
So when bands say, "Yeah, VOIVOD," you're like, Yep. Nobody says that. That's the problem.
No one says that except for Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Story is with Dave Grohl. He tried to buy the ride cymbal from Away back in the day because he had a 26-inch ride cymbal, and he wouldn't sell it to him. He's like, "No, I'm not going to sell it to you." But John, since Shannon had War and Pain, guess who produced that album, War and Pain?
If it's Rick Rubin, I'm going to be awful mad.
Nope. Brian Slagle.
Oh, Metal Blade.
That was one of his producing. He produced that album for him. Brian Slagle does Metal Blade with Cannibal Corpse and really a lot of death metal bands. He's a big name in the metal community. He's the one that got Metallica on the map.
With the No Life Till Leather demo.
Yep. And Metal Massacre when they did Hit the Light. So they did a compilation they gave that guy.
Yep. Well, because he was friends with Lars, and Lars was like, "Hey, if I can get a band together, can I be on your album?" He's like, "Yeah, sure."
And Slayer's first album, Metal Blade, Brian Slagle, Show No Mercy. So Brian Slagle is a huge component of extreme metal to thrash metal, death metal. He's the one that found Cannibal Corpse. So
who I have heard of.
Yeah, so which you reviewed.
I did not.
I don't think she was not
I
on.
was not here
No. You
at
didn't.
that time.
She was not.
That's a lot of albums right there. Oof.
That's another one that's like, what, 14?
More than that. I feel like it's more. Like it was like 15 or more.
Was it that many? I think
so.
maybe that's all I listened to was 14 because that was
yeah, it's true.
because I was still with Mickey and Runyon and
oh yeah,
just like, okay, you get your 3, you get your 3 or whatever.
That's right.
And then I ended up listening to like 12 of them or something.
I listen to them all, of course. That's what I do. It's my job. That's right.
Yeah, all feel free to stop at any time.
Yeah, go ahead, stop.
Time for the wheel. What's our guesses? Which you were right last time, John. You said it was thrash.
Yeah, you did say thrash. It's true.
I'm going to say it is doom metal. Mm. I've been listening to a lot of Crowbar. Like type of S type thing. So what are we guessing?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, what'd you guess?
I'm thinking like a kind of like a classic rock.
Ooh, okay.
Classic metal? Black metal? Is that on there?
Yeah, black metal.
Okay, let's throw that out there. I don't know. I usually watch it be glam metal because that's what I always say, and then
that was my first guess.
That was going to be.
I was going to say glam.
I was going to stick with glam metal until I got it right, but I'm bored.
You know, we talked about it. We'll make it happen. We will make this appear. Watch. We talk about it enough. It's going to happen.
Let's see.
I can kind of.
It's like this wheel hurts my eyes.
Yeah, it's very like those 3D picture things.
Yeah, where you like unfocus your eyes and then it's like a thing.
Oh,
or like super focus them. I don't know.
Glam metal.
Damn it!
We knew it.
We made this happen, Shannon. It is our fault.
All right.
I will take 50%.
How dare you?
Rat is the next band.
So everyone has heard Round and Round, right?
Yep. And that's it. I don't think there's a lot of albums from Rat, to be honest. I don't think there's a lot.
My Spotify is going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm very excited to see my year on Spotify.
Oh no, I've been trying to like to that what you said because I can't words right now. But
I can't word. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice. Okay, so I can do that.
You got 7. So there you go.
John's album, and I can do Megatron again. And yes, I got this. And I will come with an album.
Oh,
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. The homework is real. I'm here for it. I got this.
Rat is off the counter. All right. Wow.
Jeez.
Sorry, John. I made this happen. I made this happen. Me and Shannon, we made this happen.
It's all good, man.
What's the word I'm looking for? We materialized
manifested it.
Manifested.
There you go. We manifest this motherfucker. But I have to say with Rad, the guitar work, really good. That's really good about Rad. But we'll leave it be. Until next time. That's Shannon. That's John. I'm Mark. Go with VOIVOD. Bye, Internet.
Peace out, Internets.
Peace.